still there. Oh my god, these are just, no, forget it. I have AirPods somewhere. God, I feel like Heather. So, there's a comedian that says that only white people or white girls say shenanigans, and I don't say still there. But, oh my god, these are just, no, forget it. I have AirPods somewhere. Wow, now it's recording? God, I feel like Heather. So, there's a comedian that says that only white people or white girls say shenanigans. I don't know if you guys can hear me. Give me a thumbs up or something. Something. You guys can hear me. No, these are for the birds. I gotta go get mine. AirPods. Where are they though? How are you guys today, by the way? What's up, April Rose? So where do you guys want to start? What's up, Shiloh? Can you guys hear me first of all? Give me a thumbs up if you can. Hi. And if you guys want. Can you hear me now? Oh my god, I'm like Heather. Can you hear me now? Yes, okay, fine, forget it. If I have good audio, then I'm not gonna put the headphones in, but anyways. So let's do away with this. There you are. How do I get rid of this? I'm no Steve to leave, that's for sure. Be live, whatever. What's up, my flock? I miss you. Did you move yet, my flock? Stop it. Guys, where do we begin? Should we begin with the hero of the day who told Heather that she's racist? I like how she was like, yeah, because she's like, oh, no, boo-boo. I'm going to ask the questions. And she's like, okay, waited. And then all of a sudden, she's like, yeah, well, here's what I think. Why are you racist? And then she's just going on and on and on and on. And then Heather said she should die, which is a little excessive. You're still in California. What? You don't want to be in this muggy Midwest. Look at this beauty. Look at this. Wow. You could have all of this thickness. Like, my solar lights aren't even on because there was no sun. One of them. One. Nice. Oh my gosh, can we please find a way to like collab with that lady? She like waited for that, and I'm so proud of her because it was so good. But the best part too was her going on and on about like to her coworker or whatever after, where she's like, I've been waiting for that, and like, and then Heather, shut up about having a bonnet. You live in your car. Like, what the F? How dare you? And the girl was beautiful. She was gorgeous. So she just cannot. She's just a really bad person. But like lately, it's been really, really bad. Like she's been, like we kind of knew she was a bad person, but now we really know she's a bad person. So it's yeah, it has, of course it's hot AF because you have sunshine and stuff all the time. Like, I'm so sorry, are your diamond shoes too tight? You get nice weather and vitamin D all the time. We're so deprived. I'm sorry, you do get wildfires. I take that back. Do you guys see the fire? Do you guys have fireflies, like, or lightning bugs in California? She sure did show her ignorance. Oh my God. The $100 blowout. First of all, don't tell me that your son needs $12 and you can't afford it, but you went to Whole Foods and Mariano's or what? You see the lightning bugs? Hold on. Wait for it. Okay, so I'm a big fat liar, apparently. Fine, forget it. I don't want to see you anyway. Anyways, yeah, how about don't go to Mariano's and give your son $12 that he needs? How about that? And how about not get $100 for, by the way, I'm gonna need a shower with the hair like shampooed. I can't listen. I do like 2 to 3 showers sometimes in a day. If I work out and stuff like that, like I'm OCD, but I can't imagine what she smells like underneath that long sleeve black turtleneck in Chicago in the summer. I've been to Chicago in the summer. It's hot. Yesterday when she's crying about her poverty, but keeps rubbing her face with acrylics. And by the way, notice she was going to Ulta today, and she has a new, like, I think it's new, like, eyeshadow palette. I just went and got like $200 worth of new makeup, but I work. Dead fish, you know. It's got to smell like butt, sweat, and tears in that car. Uh-oh, held for review. Let me see. God, no, disgusting. Go lick somebody else. God, what is wrong with guys? Seriously. Oh, so now she's on the market for a wealthy man. So good for her. And how is Xavier? Okay, there's so many things to talk about. How is Xavier at the Ritz-Carlton? Is that where she said he was? Or like Four Seasons? I'm sorry, Four Seasons. How? How is he in the Four Seasons? Like, and why doesn't she shower there? What's up, Shiloh? Okay, I need a mod, I think. Block. Report. I reported him. Yay. What's up, Erica? With his cart. For real. Where are my sponsors? Help me, I'm poor. I don't even go to Four Seasons. I don't know how much is it Four Seasons? Like I said Ritz-Carlton, but is it like, I don't even know. When I went to Chicago, I stayed in a nice hotel. It was like decent. I went for Dance Fitness Festival. It was amazing. But supposedly the ghost of Al Capone frequents there sometimes, but it was like right in the middle of downtown, and I do love Chicago, I gotta say, especially in the summer. I mean, they just like to feed you, and the food is really great. I'm vegetarian, and I did listen to this. I actually, when I was there, this one guy like took me around. Like there was one guy, I met them at the club. He was a dentist, and then his friends like showed me around a little bit. We went and played pool, went to this arcade, and all kinds of fun stuff. But he like told me like, well, if you want deep dish, you got to try Illuminati's. And I was like, Illuminati? I don't want to be a part of that. He's like, no, it's Illuminati's. But she talks about that a lot. Sponsors. Now she needs a wealthy man who is tech savvy. What else did she say? Tech savvy, and who understands her, and will give her a budget or something like that. So I won't sell. I know, for real. Oh my God, can you imagine? It's gonna be like AI Illuminati. It doesn't sound like that though. That's what I said. I was like, how? No, I can't. Please, I can't do that. I'm a Christian. No, okay. I'm Southern. No, I'm just kidding. I'm Midwestern. Ohio, not like the Congresswoman. Whatever happened to all her accents? Remember that? She wants a budget for food, even though her son needed $12. You could like, honestly, I would find a way to summon up, like, but also I didn't burn all my bridges, so I would have people that would help me, like. God, a neighbor, a friend, a guy from down the street that like kind of likes me is gross, but still, I mean, there's a lot, like, and and a lot of my family's dead, but like still, I mean, I think I'm a pretty good person, and I've helped other people. So like, even though she said I would make lasagna for people. It was probably gross, Probably. So, like, the other thing is, can we talk about, okay, sorry to switch topics. And I'm looking for my keys. I can't find them because I'm like a mess. But speaking of car, honestly, what confuses you about Heather is that she switches between being a social justice advocate, yes, a Trump supporting, yes, AI lover, nothing. Yeah, I totally agree. And then she complains about being like so far left they've made me. And remember, she wants traditional roles, traditional to make her pee. Oh yeah, not even the remote to make her pee, but how about the remote that opens and closes up her cooter? I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. Cooter. I don't know. Dude, when she said that, listen. That, or when she said, I can't even pass gas, even if I'm by myself. Shut up. You know dude, her butt smells so bad, probably. It smells like probably a tour bus for the Grateful Dead. Like, up in there. You know it's rank. Guys, where did the F did I put my key? Look what they made me do. They made me lose my key. Oh, there's my key. Can you believe this? I can't believe this. This is just, this new team is, and then the swearing. So can somebody talk about the swearing? Because she's like, I can't have you talk like that. You can't. And then she's like, mother effer, he hasn't earned one effing penny. And the delusional type of like saying that if somebody bammed this whole entire place, I would not be sad about it. And then she's like, I don't know why. The cops stopped me. Why did they do that? I can't even believe it, you guys. Oh my God. Hi, how are you? Good. But why would she say that? Like, what is wrong with her? There's a high school and like a lot of kids walk back from after practice. They probably think I'm absolutely crazy. The one guy's like, how come you ain't got no man out here? I was like, cause I'm doing the yard work myself and I don't have a man. Can you believe it? They let us do yard work ourselves and have property, and they even let us vote and drive. So you say something about having been stopped? Yes, but the bomb threat. And like, no, somebody did not call and say she had tons of guns and their bombs and their guns. But like, she made statements that were extremely alarming. Like, you have to know. The melting face lady tells her she's full blown having an episode and she could have hurt someone. But guess what else, you guys? Today she said that there's a device that tightens her. It just tightens her forehead up all the time. I still want to see. Your keys are in the tent. You shut up. Maybe my tent is my front porch. Did I put them over here? Our pets' heads are falling off. Oh, did put them up here. Whoops. There's my pickle. See? It's my. Why do you think I have this Apple AirTag? Oh, to find keys. But guess what? It never works when you need it to. Never. Not once. Never. Okay, when I open this door, Kevin, small Dylan, is gonna burst on out. And he got a flea treatment today, so he can come out. But his little friend might be out here, so we gotta watch. Oh, Kevin Michael James on the 100-piece singer, do this. But first, I just made a little profile, like a pet profile for Purina, for Charlotte and Kevin. And they didn't go, I had to put her weight in, and it didn't go up to her weight. Which is kind of, hi, Kevin. Hi. You want to go outside? Yeah? You want to go outside? Raise your paw if you want to go. Anyways. Dude, oh my God. Can I get a moderator, Are you blonde down there? What the F, dude? Can anyone be normal? Cover! Oops. What's up? You wanna go out? Come on. I'm remodeling this house and I have been working my butt off. How about you guys when she said on LinkedIn, I am always in my car, just waiting for. You're always in your car because you live in it. Like you live in your car. Oops. Back in 2023 and Thanksgiving, when she said that she and Xavier had an antenna. Yes, I remember that one when she had a little sweater on. I've been following for a while. Yes, and remember she said that she said, we'll show you sometime. He's a low jack or whatever she said. Isn't that what she said? Like a low jack or something like that? So thirsty. So I just saw too an old Instagram post where she was like, she posted her butt and she was like, I don't want to be skinny. Skinny is not cool. I just want to like have my hourglass figure with my big booty. And like now she's like, oh, I don't want to have a big booty. And I'm skinny. And she says she's 123. I'm about 123. And I am 5'3" and 3/4. I'm a flat feet. If she says that one more time. Dude, if I could call in and talk, oh my God. Even though she's so mean, I just would love, you know what else I want to know? I want to ask so many questions, but I just really would have her get on the scale. Kevin, what are you doing? You don't want to go out there? Okay, fine. I want her to get on the scale live and show us that she's 1, 2, 3, because she's not. And now she's not into fitness, because that's just old. She doesn't like it. Ew, I hate it. You guys ever see that skit with on SNL with Will Ferrell, where him and his like pretend wife are reality TV stars, and he's holding the dog, and they're like, "Do you want to put your dog down?" He's like, "No, she doesn't like to walk. She hates it." Like that's what. The low jack, yes, that really struck a chord. That, and when she threw up when she was pregnant from the big breakfast or something, when it was like fake blood. Remember she said they made her throw up remotely? Do you hear the crickets though? It's really peaceful out here. I love summer nights. I don't want it to go away. I don't want it to go away. Guys, I gotta feed these boys. Oh my God. My flock, I forgot to feed the birds. Yeah, so the low jack thing, always that one. And remember, that's the one where she said, hey, are you getting all the usernames? Yeah? So you got them? Yeah, I want them all charged. I want them all. Yeah, I want to press charges. Do you guys remember? That was the same one, I think. 20 to 23. Yes. When she said that she wants to do a study on the positive effects of marijuana. But then now that's not, remember, she said she doesn't do it anymore. That used to be her medicine about a month ago, but not anymore. Okay, this is the kind of like comments I'm getting that's just, what's a crispy potty? Suman, you're disgusting. Go away. And I don't know what a crispy potty is. So if you want to eat it, no thanks. Oh yeah, and the fact that she even talked about, so the whole V-Law thing, I always think about that too. Like, how about the 2 that you lost? How about the R&R? You know? R.I.P. That's what she always says. She cried more about not getting a steak than I've seen her cry about those twins, to be honest. Let's just go ahead and block you. Did you get that, FBI? Yeah, I want him charged. I want him all charged. Yeah, you know what? I thought about that. So, Loco, IJJ12, whatever. I thought about if somebody's doing a dissertation, dude, you've got material for days. Like, if you're getting your PhD, or even like, I had to do like a case plan when I got my master's. Dude, there's so much. There's so many things. Like you made a novel. No, I'm kidding. But that's the other thing. Are we ever gonna get the novel? Are we ever gonna get the coffee table book? I mean, she just hops on bandwagons. By the way, now she's gonna be a private driver illegally. I hope she's not watching this, but I did email about rates because I was curious to see. And I might go to Chicago, but dude, you know what? You only live once, right? Maybe I should hire her. She can come get me at the airport. I'll be sitting there by the time. I'll be still there when it's time for me to go. I'll be like, I want you charged. And she'll be like, well, they, like, she goes to Sephora and Ulta. That's where I thought she tried to apply for the cashier job. I was like, oh, Sephora, don't you dare hire her. She will steal left and right. Listen, you will not have a store when it's over with. Because she will take everything. The twins, I know. I feel the same way. Yep, Mama Bear kept talking about, we should do a field trip to Chicago. Dude, I'm totally in. I have time off. I have PTO time. In fact, my nephew is going to be graduating basic training from the Air Force. So I'm going to Texas, like, next week. Yeah, next week. Yes, I would totally. I love Chicago so much, too. We can get an Airbnb and all stay together. Oh, my God, it'd be so fun. And today she said, I'm sick of being stacked. It is a fantastic idea. See, with the 413. So today she was like, I'm so tired of getting stacked, but here I am at this street and this cross street, and I'm going to Ulta, blah, 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 blah. Oh, thank you. He's very lazy. I'm sorry. If he's watching, I'm sorry. I love you. No, he's not allowed to watch because they don't have the phones. He's allowed, like, so I helped raise him, so he's like my kid. But he's very lazy. So the fact that he was going to the Air Force, he usually saves the world from playing video games. He saves the world from his bedroom. But no, and I'm on Sandbox, it's an app, and they give me this like weekly update, and they tell you what they're doing each week, and it's like a lot. It's a lot. And he like scored like 97 or 98% on the like pre-assessment thing, so he's a bright kid. I've never seen a person being stacked. Give their location. Well, I hate you. Don't leave me. Like, that's her whole mentality. And guess what else? See with the 413. Guess what I'm doing the day before I leave? Oh yeah, I'm getting some Botox. Yes, I am. I don't need fillers because my lips are already big. I used to get made fun of that. But I am, because you know what? I'm 46 and it shows. And I am going to get it not in my sleep. I'm going to go to a place and get it. Not on Groupon. She's very homophobic. She's so homophobic. She's so transphobic too. Like when she says, I like a traditional relationship. Well, you didn't get a traditional partner, did you? It's almost like she like manifested that for herself. When she's like, I like to stay home while the man works. It's not going the way you wanted it, dude, is it? She's your best friend. She's mine too. In fact, she loves to hate, and I love to hate also. Just kidding. Thank you. I try real hard. But you know what? I've saved up, and I've been selling a ton of stuff on eBay, man, because I've inherited my parents' house. Like, Pokemon cards? Who's buying these things? I just sold 2 today. $70 and like $80. What the? Who's buying these? I love Mama Bear. Is Mama Bear here? Because listen, if we organize, I'm not joking, like for maybe September or something, we can find cheap flights, go to Priceline. Honestly, I got a whole package deal to go see my nephew to San Antonio next week. Flight and a really nice hotel. It was like $500. She doesn't agree with it. It doesn't make her homophobic. My sister is gay. Gays, trust me. I've got lots of people in my life that are gay. The gays are better. Oh, Mama Bear. I don't think Mama Bear's homophobic. She's a Christian. I think the whole concept's like, we don't judge others except for Heather because she's a terrible person. Well, and she doesn't have to agree with the lifestyle, but not, you could, I guess, not agree with it. I don't get it because people are people to me. And what you like is what you like, and it doesn't change you. But that's just how I feel. I've always felt that way. just talking out the butt. Am I missing some messages here? Let me see. Oh, Loca? Oh, we don't fight. No, don't fight in here. No, I'm just kidding. The way that people be tripping. Oh, I don't go on Reddit, so parasocial aspect could be another part of the dissertation. You know what? There could be multiple letters to the dissertation, and with Xavier, and with Dylan, and like Marissa. God, and oh my God, but the lies too, the malingering is what we call that in the clinical world. Malingering, doesn't that sound kind of nice and fancy? It's lying. If her doctor says she's malingering, that means, oh, you fibbing. The Heatherverse is a thing. It's a weird Dabbleverse thing. It's almost like a carve out of the Dabbleverse. It's like a GIllespie verse or some Dusty verse. Although I don't go on Reddit, I just don't have time. I always forget about it, and it just seems like so much. I try to stick to like YouTube. Now that I've done TikTok a little bit though, I have one video I just posted like I think 2 months ago, and it has 16,000 views or something like that. And I've already, guys, I'm monetized. I got 1 cent already on TikTok. So come at me, bro. Like, got a sugar mama over here. Yeah, the Dustyverse. It's a real thing. You know what? God, can somebody write a paper? I'll edit it for free. How about her, was it in her blog where she had somebody like edit, but she didn't delete it out? So she had like, basically it was almost like a teacher like putting comments in, but she didn't change it. Oh my God. You guys, come on, the LinkedIn though. If that was my friend, I would pull her aside and be like, stop. Now, this is no in sign language. Like, seriously. But because she's Heather, you know what? Just go on. Just link it to all your... She linked it to a video. Was it a video of her cleaning out her car? Like, for real. Hired. Oh, I was looking at X's LinkedIn. He has a LinkedIn. It's a bunch of like half-naked models, but he hit the road. Remember the one time he's like, I'll put on my dress, my skirt. Like, I can't believe he's actually away from her. I don't think he can do it again. First of all, here's my thought on that too. So, let me sit down. So Xavier he's a lover of music, and I respect that because I love music too. She won't let him listen to music. So he has to sit in silence, which is torture because it's not silence. It's her giving her narrative over and over, and him having to hear about how his brother works for the DA, but he didn't say that, and blah, blah, blah. Like, ad nauseum. And you know what else makes me mad? You don't know who Loretta Lynn is? Apparently she's some country singer. Pretty much the godmother, like the founder of like country music. You don't know who Loretta Lynn is? And I want a Loretta Lynn crop top. If anybody else sponsors, if you could send me a Loretta Lynn crop top, that would be great. Thanks. And I mean, if she was smart enough, first of all, I have sold t-shirts with her stupid phrases on them. If she was smart enough, she would market some of this, but she's not, and she's inside of her own head. So I wonder that too about where his family is. So I wonder also if he lies and says he's like hanging out downtown, but really he's going to his mom's and spends time with Weston. You guys think about that? And like his dad bought him an iPhone. Oh, dude, that was so great. It's almost as if Mr. Carlos Montoya Sr. did it on purpose, and if he did, God love him. I've seen pictures of him. He's kind of attractive. And Xavier's brother is kind of good looking too, to be honest. I really do think so. Like, or maybe at least like an opportunity. As a mom, I can't imagine like my kids, well, My daughter doesn't want to have kids. She's going to college, and she's a very smart. She's saving herself from marriage, so she's a good kid. But I can't imagine having my grandchild. First of all, I would do it in a second. Like, I helped raise my nephew, so. But imagine that, and then not having your kid come over to see that child. I can't. I also can't imagine, like, a pseudo daughter-in-law, like Heather. Can you imagine? Like, your son's on the street, doesn't really have a girlfriend, and then all of a sudden he brings home a Heather? Next thing you know, she's pulling up to X's mom's house. I thought about that too. I wonder, do you think there's a restraining order? Either from his dad or... Whoa, I wonder if there's a restraining order. How do we look that up? I bet, like, where's, BCG or whatever. Look that up for us. Do a little digging. Dude, can you... Listen. So then she complains that her son's in daycare. Oh, I'm sorry that his grandmother didn't expect to have a baby and also has to work because somebody doesn't pay child support. Like, how dare you? How dare you? You can't even pick him up from daycare, so shut the F up. I mean, get a job. I thought you were talking to me, Zach. I'm like, I have a job, and I might be pushing 50, but not really. If you want to look at it, like, I'm still close to the mid-40s, but talk to me after next week when I get some Botox. I'm just going to get one side of my face. I wish they would just give it to me for free. I'm just kidding. What do you have? But now she said she has some kind of device that just continuously, that's why she's always like, pushing her face in. FTR. Oh no, when they took her Instagram, why'd they take her Instagram account? And you know what, Zach? You shut up. I am pushing 50 and I'm on YouTube Live, but I do have a jab. I have multiple jabs. I've got side hustles and a regular jab. I'm Lieutenant Hug-a-Thug at the prison. I wonder what Xavier's mom is like. Do you remember when she was like, Heather was pregnant and it was towards the end of her pregnancy. She's like, oh, Xavier's mom, I got to meet his mom. She brought us like homemade spaghetti or something like that. I wonder, dude, can you imagine having to communicate with Heather? Like everything is, my sister dropped off my nephew when he was 3 months old to my parents and me. I was 19. So basically undergrad and college was me raising this kid, this baby. I would take him, I worked at a daycare. I would take him with me. People just thought he was my kid. I gave up like even saying like, oh, could they be like, oh, his eyes are so pretty. I'm like, oh, he's not mine, but thank you. So, and he called me Titi. So like Tia almost, like in Spanish. But so my sister would like make all these comments and criticize my mom and like stuff like that or stuff we did with him when it's like, well, you're not raising him, so you really have nothing to say. You know what I mean? Like, you dropped him off and he was 3 months and you're like, here you go, see ya, you could have him. And then I'm getting up in the middle of the night. I just graduated like high school and now I've got like this baby who is a great baby anyway. And that's why we have this bond and he's like my kid. And I love him so much and I do miss him, but I do like having the house to myself because he was living with me too. But anyways, we fight like too, like it's so stupid. We fought over if you could name your child Hitler. I said no because I think it is illegal in the state of Ohio. In certain states, it's illegal. And he said, no, it's frowned upon. I said, oh, are you going to have a baby? Are you going to name it Adolf Hitler? Are you going to have a child? And he's like, if I find the right girl, sure, yeah, because he's 27. And then we were up late arguing about that. And he's a fact checker too. We were arguing about taxes. And he's like, go check it. I was like, no, because it doesn't matter. So like we would fight just over. One time we played Scrabble and my son won and he wanted to recalculate the score. I said no, because it doesn't matter and I'm not doing it. I envision Heather as a full-time stay-at-home mom with primary custody, wearing a red and white checkered apron and serving warm homemade blueberry pies. No, she would be serving meatloaf muffins. I have 4 babies. You've got 2 babies having babies. So I don't know where you like skipped a step. but you got four, yeah, kids that don't know you. And how about her poor daughter? How, and I don't blame her. I would not want, no, I wouldn't want my mom to be like involved at all either, especially when she's has children's services like involved in her case, and probably is not going to have any. Do you know how hard it is to physically completely, I know in Ohio, lose all rights to your kid? They give parents so many chances here in Ohio. Like, you can still test positive for drugs, but if the levels are going down, it's like, oh, well, they're doing it. They're like actually making some improvements, you know? I've seen it. I'm a social worker. But like the fact of like, you know, it's hard. It's hard. All she had to do was shut up, not talk about stuff with a gag order type of stuff, hold an apart like a probably a place of housing for at least a year or something, and keep a job, and she couldn't do it. And like you, when you have kids, you will jump through hoops. You will live in a box and do what you gotta do if it means having them. You know what I mean? Like, and you know what? The good thing about her daughter, Vivian, or whatever, sorry, I don't want to say her real name, but V, we'll call her. She's she's an anti role model. Like, she's actually probably a good mom, to be honest. She's probably the mom that she wanted to have. And I don't know what's going on with her son, but I really hope he graduates high school. He's probably super, because he always looked like he was super cute. I heard he was expecting to, and I'm not sure if it's true. I'm not sure if it's Dusty versus Dabbleverse rumor, but if he is, something's going on with him though. Like, if he has a job at Dunkin', but he's asking for $12 for what? But asking Heather too for $12. Like, why can't he ask his dad? Well, his dad's showed out enough, probably. Anyways, they're all separate because of her, which is sad. And I don't blame her youngest daughter for not wanting to talk to her, because she's frightening. And I think she found her on like Roblox. Do you remember that? Or Minecraft or something? She could be making it up. I don't think, is she the one? I don't think she's the one that said that, Loco. Is she? I can't remember. I don't think she's like announced it. Usually she loves attention, so you'd think that she'd be like announcing it. But then again, she was going to announce, going to announce she's a grandma again. God, these kids are banging. My daughter's saving herself for marriage, and I am very lucky. I'm very lucky for that. She gets made fun of, by the way. Maybe they're shoving this information in the line. So now she was saying that she wants to be kidnapped, but only by a wealthy man. And, right? Was that what she said? By a wealthy man who's tech savvy. But then she said, but you can't kidnap her if you're gonna rape her? I mean, scrape her? Whatever. Sorry. Yep, Juvederm and wrestling. It's like one and done. Doesn't wear off. Exactly. I've had 1,000 units. That's a lot, first of all, I think. I don't really know the number. Whatever you got on Groupon, that's a lot of Groupon. Like, whatever. And now she's like body shaming and no BBL. Like, just body acceptance. Whatever you feel comfortable in is good for you. It doesn't matter. And she's talking about like the one Kardashian where she's like, ew, anti-BBL. Oh, you don't think Kim had like a BBL? Like, she wants to be a Kardashian so bad. I'm cold. I'm sad. Like, she really does. But you live in your car. And they live in like the nicest mansions and go on all-inclusive resort trips. It's so sad. You know what's weird about the Kardashian kids is that when everything wrapped up, it was really sad. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, maybe it was on and I just happened to stumble across it or watch it or whatever. But the kids were really upset because that's the life that the only life they've known is being filmed all the time. And then the film crew became like family. And it was really hard for them to like separate from that. It was really sad, actually. Imagine as a kid, like, just always being filmed. Like, that's crazy to think about. Like, if Kanye and Kim are your mom and dad, like, that everywhere you go, you're just bombarded with paparazzi and lights in your face, like, all the time. I can't even imagine. I'm a social worker too. Viewing Heather's case must be a perspective, given how unique her situation is in the case study. But honestly, the way she has an audience is really unique. It is, but you know what else is unique, Loco? Is that we all like are really warm and accepting of each other and like supportive of each other. And we all came together because of this horrible human being. So it's very unique and weird. I actually did my case research on, my case study was on a African American woman who was so wonderful. She was a really sweet woman. But she struggled with, I did a lot of work with eating disordered research when I was in grad school. So she had bulimia, and she also was addicted to laxatives because her aunt turned her onto them, but she couldn't tell her family because it was like, you just don't talk about your problems, so you push it under the rug. So she was like kind of stuck in without treatment. What is my light doing? Sometimes I think that's my dad saying hi. I swear when it blinks sometimes just out of the blue. I don't know. I don't get it. I wouldn't tell her I'm the one controlling everything. Well, she already thinks that this team is really bad. This team, you know, they. So now we know who they are. How about her responding to external stimuli, though, in her lives? Like, that's when she's like, I don't like it. I like the card. Like just random. Social media is definitely a factor in her psychosis, Loco. Like, it's a very unique situation because it's probably like, now, you know, like before, some of the main psychotic kind of obsessions would be the government. A lot of times at the prison, the guys are like, they're poisoning my food. They implanted a chip in my brain where they could see everything, and my thoughts are broadcasted. It's paranoia about like other people like being after them, putting salt in their coffee, like all kinds of weird stuff like that. Government, religious stuff. But now it's like there's this whole other element of like social media and AI and drones and like all kinds of crazy stuff. Diagnosed with yes, with cluster B personality, yes. And for those that aren't in the mental health world, cluster B personality disorders are like narcissistic, borderline personality disorder, severe, like real schizophrenia, not like a schizophrenic kind of symptom of, let's say, bipolar or something like that. What else? Paranoid personality disorder, which she's been diagnosed with. If she's borderline with all that, because she could be borderline too, which is really hard to treat sometimes. I had a lot of borderline females when I was getting my independent license because I worked with all men, and they're like, they would just send them on all over to me. So I had a row of borderlines. And sometimes if we had a new client and we knew that they were going to be borderline, it's going to be involved, my friend Krista would sing borderline, to give me a little heads up. The Madonna song. She does have common delusions, and yeah, it's definitely fascinating how they have evolved to be more connected with social media. Think about too, like, first of all, I was sweeping my driveway the other day. Not the other day, I'm sorry. It's like a kid. It's like, oh yeah, the other day. It was like 2 months ago max, I think. And I was, all of a sudden I hear this like flapping like a really big insect. And I was like, what the F is that? I look up and there's a light recording me, and it's a drone. And I was like, is this exciting? Because I really have nothing to hide. I'm just sweeping my driveway. So I was just like, trying to look cute, kind of sleeping it, listening to the little flutter flutter. I have no clue where it came from. I have no clue what the purpose was. Then I'm like paranoid because my nephew was going to the Air Force. I was like, are they like checking up on him? And I was like, no, like, I don't know. Then I was like, well, maybe because the one guy that got released, he was obsessed with me at the prison, and he got released. He's like, he would call me wifey. I'm like, I ain't your wifey. But he, sad story, but he got shot like 3 days after he got out. He had all these hopes and dreams. But anyways, he like really was obsessed with me. So I was like, did he like hire someone to like maybe follow me or something? I don't know. Yes, histrionic, yes. It is a kind of rare diagnosis, but If a clinician's careless with diagnosing, I could imagine them possibly finding enough criteria. Yep, definitely. Yes, I don't see a lot of like, well, and in the prison system, what I see a lot of is when I was okay, I worked at the county jail, and there was a psychiatrist didn't like to come in, so he just do telehealth from his house, like probably like 20 miles away. I'm not joking with you. Every single diagnosis I've seen, maybe there's a couple variations of depression, like maybe here or there, it was polysubstance abuse, or just not just like dependence abuse, and which of course, yeah, of course, you're in prison or jail, whatever. And then schizophrenia, which he overdiagnosed schizophrenia so much. And listen, so the county like can prescribe certain meds, and then there's a formula in the prison, especially like even less so with the private prison, which is weird. But so let's say you get Seroquel, because they do Seroquel in jail, and yes, people do cheek them and still sell them, and Suboxone too. But so you might get Seroquel the whole time you're in prison or jail, and then you get sentenced and you go to prison. And we don't at my prison, we don't prescribe Seroquel. We prescribe maybe Risperdal if it's severe, like bad. Hi, Mom. Okay. Are you my child? I don't think so. Of course, for polysubstance abuse. Yeah, of course. I mean, like, it's like, but then too, there's nothing you would prescribe for that. So, like, I think he got lazy. He was like, okay, so he was the psychiatrist there, and I loved him. A lot of people didn't like him because he just said, like, he just told it like it was. And I kind of appreciate that. I like a direct person sometimes. I mean, you don't have to be blunt, but like, to be direct is like a gift, because then you don't have to guess. But anyways, so he was just burned out. I think too, like, he didn't have to do treatment plans. He did handwritten notes, but like, if he had to do a treatment plan, they're all the same. They're all the same. I don't know who you are, Akil, but I will not hesitate to black you. So keep it Dos Equis or PGs, as I would say. Pretty little baby, ooh, pretty little baby, ooh, pretty little. So how much of that do you think is the show, and then how much do you think is actual, like, it's hard to tell. And so now, the one thing that if you have like bipolar disorder or whatever she has, I don't know, but which it could be, the one thing that's going to make it worse is like an extreme, like kind of stressful event or trauma. So all at once, like what she knew was coming. So I'm not even giving her credit, but like the housing situation, probably losing custody, risk of losing the car and her jab, and then Xavier, another loss. So, spoiled little princess, really? Okay, so cash at me some money, if that's the case. Is the doctor genuinely trying to help the inmates relax by prescribing medications because he thinks they're actually schizophrenic, or just trying to make them tired? So I think it was laziness out of not like really even getting to know their symptoms and just giving like, here you go, here you go, here you go. That was the doctor at the jail. He actually, I think he's more like into retirement now. So, but he's still like a reference of mine. So, pretty little baby. I just like how she was the one. Do you remember the one day where it was really bad when she was crying? The same day that she got her $90 steak or whatever. If she even got it, I don't know, but she probably stole it. But that was the day. Remember, she like kept crying, and she's like, "Can we go in and eat?" And he's like, "No." And she's like, "We never go anywhere. You're in Manhattan. Really? You're gonna take me around New York City? Are you gonna buy me a Gucci bag?" Gucci bag. Bye-bye. Do you remember that song? Who sang that song? Was it Tyga? No, not Tyga. It was like, Gucci bag, Prada bag, blah. I love New York in the summer, though. It is nice. complex PTSD. I mean, remember she said she's cured from her PTSD. Possibly mixed with a predisposition. It's like what came first, the chicken or the egg? Because remember she said she did have a diagnosis of bipolar a couple times, way before, like pre-Xavier, I think, when she's like, I'm sorry, that's probably the bipolar. So, but then she was also prescribed the Adderall. But is that because she just is the squeaky oil, or the squeaky wheel to get the oil? You know what I mean? Because she likes it and she likes to be thin. Now she's obsessed with. Do you remember? Okay, this is another thing that bothers me. Hypocrite. So it was when she was pregnant with Rico, and she said somebody on the live said something about like, well, I only eat like 1 meal a day or something. I don't have a whole lot of money. And she's like, oh honey, you're poor. You're poor if you eat 1 meal a day. And now she's like, oh, well, if you eat 1 meal a day, first of all, it's the fact that she says that she is certified. I was certified as a personal trainer when I was an undergrad. So I graduated from college and I moved to Arizona. So I was like, okay, so I got a contract to teach. And I was like, you know what? I want a side hustle just in case, just like, because I'm moving to Arizona too. I don't know like the cost of living and blah, blah, blah. So I got right when I graduated with my bachelor's, because I graduated with bachelor's in education, and I got my personal training certification. Number one, that test was hard. It was very hard to get that, but also it was very expensive. It was like, at the time too, it was like $550 some, and then the cost of the test and stuff like that. There's no freaking way that she is definitely not current either, because you have to have your current CPR, which I have, by the way. I wouldn't pick me if you were gonna like not breathing. I'd pick somebody else first, but if you need me, I kind of know CPR. But like there's no way she ever had her personal training. But also now, like when she was talking about like metabolism stuff, you never had your personal training certification. Yeah, and so the interaction with schizophrenia with regards to prescription stimulants. So also drugs can kind of wake either the schizophrenic kind of disorder, or the bipolar monster, so to speak, sometimes, or trauma, or another event, or sometimes pregnancy. And sometimes pregnancy hormones actually helps balance and level out. And that's why some women go off their meds and they're fine during pregnancy. And then as soon as by the way, someday we have to talk about the Lindsay Clancy case, because, anyways. Oh, nice. So you're a dentist. Nice. Well, yeah, fly me out so we can give me some Botox and couple like little dental work, and yeah, and I'll be fun and entertained. You know what? It's odd to think she's prescribed Adderall. Not really, because this doctor just, again, probably just quiets her. You know what I mean? I think that her doctor could be careful with that, especially if she has a diagnosis of a bipolar disorder. If this is the same doctor, is that not the doctor that testified on her behalf? Let's see what the message says. Okay. Yeah, Erica, completely agree. Definitely doesn't. But you know what else? I kind of want. Then today she was looking for a water pill, which was weird. But my blood pressure is stellar. It's always perfect. Well, mine's not. Mine's high sometimes, so sorry. Maybe because I'm stressed. What was a message health review? Let's see. Hold on. Pretty little baby. I guess I can't see it. I guess it was health review. But if that's the doctor that testified, first of all, I've testified for clients. I make them give a down payment, like almost like a retainer kind of thing, because it takes a lot of your time. Writing reports takes a lot of time. And then for that day, it's going to be, travel and all kinds of, because if I'm taking off a day of seeing other clients, then of course. So the fact that she had a doctor come and for her, like, it almost makes me wonder if she had like some person she knew, or just not even a friend, because she doesn't have any friends, but like if just a regular person say they were doctor. Because remember, she wrote her own like recommendation paper and stuff like that, because she left in like little like buzz She left in the editing stuff, and she did that on LinkedIn too. Oops. Yes, I am an MSW. Actually, I am an MSW, LISWS with supervision endorsement, and then LICDC, which is a licensed independent chemical dependency counselor, and working on my supervision endorsement for that. So, the cartpartment. Oh man, the cartpartment is such a great term. Or the cartilac, I used to call it. Kevin, Michael, James, Alejandro, Villasenor Davis. You don't have your bells on. You better be good. So how about, period. Yep, see, and I have a education degree with a reading endorsement. But also I thought about getting my my gambler addiction endorsement, just to add some letters, just because. But it'd be kind of, I don't know, it'd be interesting to teach. I still have to take like a couple classes. I think you should have to take more than just a couple, because gambling is a big deal, especially with sports betting on like apps now. Oh my God, talk about easy access. Horrible. Kevin, I'm right here. So how about this cat? The other day, not the other day, again, it was probably about a month ago. It was really early in the morning. I had to run out to the garage. So I ran out, and then the cats wanted to come out for a minute, so I let them out. Then I let them back in, and I heard this like visceral, like, you know that, like when your cat's fighting? And so the cats always wrestle, but they don't like fight like that. So I was like, what the heck, Charlotte? So I look, and like this cat, hi Kevin, I didn't know you were in here already. I'm sorry for just assuming. We gotta put your bells on. Anyways, so this cat, ballsy, came in with my other two cats, rubbed up against me, so I thought it was Kevin, and then I was like, 1, 2, 3, get out, and I like pointed the door, and it ran outside. It came in my house. By the way, this Kalashi thing is so predatory. I said non-predatory behavior. Only they promised me. So she's waiting to get her house. So she's gonna get her house. Good for her. Hey guys, whatever happened to little Dylan? Remember she had small Dylan the cat? Like no one ever talks about him. I know she gave the dog to her mom. So her mom had the, whoops. Come here. Speaking of, come here, Kevin. Come say hi to the fans. Come here, Kevin. Come here, say hi. Come here. Well, put your bells on. I'm gonna come and get you. Say hi, pretty little baby. Pretty little baby. Kevin, Michael, James, Alejandro, Villasenor Davis. The first. Whoa, Kevin. Whoa, Fluffer. That's Kevin. Yeah, you know how expensive it is to furnish a house, dude? Trust me, I've been remodeling and furnishing this house. In fact, please don't mind my mess. Look, I just got this rug. Pew, pew. And this little rug. Pew, pew. Kevin, say hi. Kevin, come here. Want a treat? Kevin, I'm gonna do treat cam. Okay. Come here, Kevin. We're gonna do a treat cam. Come here, Kevin. Meat stick. Oh, here comes Shar Shar. Boom, boom. Here. Come here. No, Shar Shar, I'm sorry. They're a little fluffy. We don't say the F word. Oh, I got my certification. Get me motivated. Even after MSW. And the LAs. Okay. So the story about how I got my certifications. I guess what kept you motivated? So what kept me motivated is just wanted to be the only person in my family to go to college, but also it's more marketable, I guess you could say, like, than some other fields, although it's not like a money, like, let me get these cats another treat, hold on. To be honest, I wish I would have went into pharmaceutical sales because that's where you can make some money. And especially if it's a medication that like is actually like helpful for people and not like something, you know, like a diabetic medication or heart medication or like even Suboxone or Vivitrol or something. But yeah, the journey wasn't, I did an accelerated program, so it was 2 years. I had an internship. I was also pregnant with my son when I graduated from grad school, and I didn't know it. I went to Nigeria on a mission trip, and I was nauseous, and I thought it was like the driving because there's no roads. But anyways, so after you get your master's, you have to do 2 years of supervision, and I already worked as a side hustle, like at the place where they gave me all the borderline women. It was a Suboxone doctor, so we did substance abuse treatment and stuff, and I had to do 2 years of supervision, although like it wasn't really all that structured, to be honest with you. And then I tested for the exam, got that, and then I just kind of wanted to like enjoy my kids when they were little and have my own private practice, so which I did, and I still do have my private practice office. And I'm actually just getting started again, like accepting insurance because I got really mad chasing money, and it was like a lot with the because I was doing my own billing. But now I'm gonna be accepting insurance. So if you're in Ohio, you want to come see me, I do telehealth too. Sure. She's thicker than a Snicker. Here, Kevin. Come here. You hear him purring? They both had their little flea treatments today because they like to go outside with me when I do yard work. Oh, bonus. She's there. She is a unit. She's a chunk. But are you going for your LASW? What state are you in? You feel like it's worth it to keep up with? Yeah, I think so. I mean, there's even traveling social work jobs, which I thought about doing. Like, I actually thought about doing one in Miami. Charlotte. It's like an eclipse. One in Miami it's like a 8-week thing. Since my kids are older now and stuff like that too. It's like 8 weeks, and then you get room and board, and you get the pay of like $2,000 a week or something like that, crazy like that. So like it's kind of nice because then if you, let's say you go, like there's travel social work positions even for like prisons. So let's say I get sick of working with this one, and then I could go and help out and do mental health treatment. Like let's say I don't really like it, or the staff, because usually it's not the inmates, it's the staff that sucks. But like then I could maybe go somewhere else, like, you know. But so I think it's worth it to keep it, and an education is something no one will ever take from you. No matter what. Like I inherited this house from my parents, but if I didn't pay the property taxes, they could still take it, you know? But like in education, it doesn't matter. Even if you don't pay your student loans, no one can ever take that from you. So that's how I kind of feel about that. But are you going for that? Do you feel ultimately has a factor to take you there? It is kind of a lot, but also like when I started my own private practice, it was exciting. I listened to a ton of podcasts. There's this one podcast that's called Practice of the Practice, and another one that my kids always make fun of called Selling the Couch. But I like do life coaching, so I have like 2 life coach. My phone's about to die. Life coach clients right now that pay cash pay, and the one I might even, because I'm an ordained minister, I might like help her with her wedding. I actually am gonna help her with her wedding, like actually like the day of and stuff. So it's like you can do more of what you want and not have to bill. Insurance companies listen, that's why I got out of private practice, because I was tired of chasing money that I already made. Like, and I would submit claims and it's like, oh, well, this claim was denied. Well, it wasn't last week. You know what I mean? Like, it was approved last week. So what changed? Yeah, but I like social work though. I'm a cushiony little social worker. Like, and so MSW, forensic, nice. Oh my God, I'd like to do more forensic stuff, but MSW here, I don't know what state you're in, is more marketable. Like, for instance, I can bill Medicare, but like LPCCs, like master's level, Charlotte, your whiskers, master level counselors can't bill Medicare. They can't work for the VA. So, and that was ideally, I kind of wanted to work for the VA, but so like it's more marketable when people see the MSW. They're like, oh, let's hire them because then we can bill, you know. And then with my substance abuse counseling license, that helps too, I think, for sure. Insurance companies, oh my God, the bane of my existence. Although I just started working with Headway, and if anybody needs like a referral code or whatever, they're pretty awesome. They got me re-credentialed within like days, and I forever was trying to get on the Anthem panel, and they're like, well, you're saturated in your area where your address is for your practice. It's saturated. You have a lot of people. I was like, well, but you just lost one from the neighboring town because I left there and I was Anthem and I came here. So it kind of evens out. They're like, no, it took forever. Headway got me on the Anthem panel in like 2 days. So they just credential for free, and like you get a Psychology Today profile, and then it's like effortless. Like I don't, it makes me kind of mad because like Anthem, like this whole time, like years, they're like, no, you can't be on our panel. And then like, oh, okay, Headway, put you in. So yeah, good. The money was definitely the LISWS, but the money, of course, is never enough. But I mean, you can, like I said, if you can do a traveling contract, look it up. What is you can message me privately now on YouTube. Like message me your email address and I could send you the one like app. I think it's like, what is it? Is it Vivian or something? I don't know. It starts with a V. Anyways, they have all travel jobs. Like you just put your credentials in. Put your credentials. She's obsessed with me. You put your credentials in, and then it's like she's reading too. And then you can see what's up. Like if let's say if I took a traveling contract here, let's say I did a job for like 3 months, they paid me room and board. I inherited my parents' house, so I don't have to pay like rent or mortgage or anything. And by the way, I just found this in my mom's because I was cleaning out the attic. It's like an onyx stone. It's really cool. Anyways, Charlotte, that's not food. That's not for you. But I don't know about Tava telehealth, but the Headway platform, you can do telehealth with them. So like it's kind of like a no-brainer, but I can send you a referral code. I think you get like, if you actually like sign up, which it's free, you get like $300 and I get like $300 or something like that. So yeah, message me for real because I need to start referring people because it's like easy money, you know? I don't know about Tava telehealth, but I'm gonna look into that. I had Simple Practice and I hated it. At first it was like, oh, it's cheap and it's like affordable and you can have like, you know, you have your own electronic medical record type thing. You can bill from there and blah, blah, blah. And then they tripled the price, like within like the first like 2 years I was with them or something. And their customer service, you cannot talk to a real person. And it makes me so mad because they'll be like you would submit like a help thing or something and they'd be like, oh, so there's no one to talk to you, so I'm going to mark this as resolved. No, it's not resolved. Don't mark it as resolved. It's not resolved. So I hated it. So Simple Practice was not simple at all. But I hear like I've tried just like navigated with like played around with like Therapy Notes and Theranest, I think, and they seem pretty good. But they were, I mean, it's a fee, and I like that like with Headway, you don't even have to at all. Like you don't have a fee. I mean, at first you have to do a Psychology Today profile, but they give you a stipend, like $100 or something. But the most underrated mode of therapy for any disorder, good question, or group of disorders. There's always so many new studies coming out. It's hard to keep up. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, people really like the DBT kind of stuff, but it's so expensive to get certified. But like maybe exposure therapy, like it's so expensive. It just, I don't know, but I'm really like, I listened to this one podcast about like psychotropics and stuff like that, and I'm really interested to see this whole like microdosing with special K, like ketamine kind of stuff. I think it's very interesting that it's like mainstream now too. It's like really weird. My phone's gonna die, so I'm gonna get off here soon. But yeah, definitely email me, Loco, your like your EMDR. Yes, yes, that's what I meant. EMDR. Did I say DBT? Yeah, DBT is awesome, but like EMDR, yes. Um, it is fascinating. I've kind of done it too, but like, and I've observed it, and I've done it like myself. Like in grad school, we had to do like certain things, but there's this really when I worked for the psychiatrist when I was in grad school and stuff, like the one where I saw the borderlines. But he passed away like not that long ago. But he had this innovative type of assessment. He called it the road interview, and based upon certain things, it's like a visual imagery kind of psychodynamic kind of effect, like analytic thing, but based upon what you see and symbols of like certain things that you see on the road, it would determine maybe possibly like things that you might have. But then also if you saw like a gate like at the end, it meant like possibly you were suicidal. It's really crazy. But it was called the road interview. You should look it up because there's a lot of like journals and stuff, and he presented a lot he was a psychologist, but for sure, reach out. Sure, right? Charlotte approves. She's reading all of the comments. She's the moderator, huh? The moderator. Meowderator. She's obsessed with me. She's also, she's a big girl. She's literally, she lays on my chest and it makes me go, the road interview, yes. Yes, it does. And you know what the weird thing is? His last name was it's hard to say, Rorich, Roerich. It sounds like a Rorich test, but yeah, and he taught, or he presented a lot at like Youngstown State, because that's where we are, in Youngstown, Ohio. So look it up, Youngstown State University. It's kind of interesting. But I would say too, I don't know. I really like giving like journal prompts and stuff like that, and the inmates love it. Like they really like answering questions and stuff. And some of these guys have never ever been to therapy before. The one guy was like, "I've never talked about my problems. I was shot at." He said, "I got shot at 8 times." I was like, "You never talked about that?" I'm like, "Never. Nope, nope." He said, "That trauma?" Yeah, buddy, it is. Oh, fake diagnoses of animals. I like to give fake accents. Charlotte has a jersey, like a jersey kind of baseball player. Like, yo, it's so weird. You should have seen it. It was like, what? And I was like, what? And then Kevin is like kind of sophisticated, a little preppy, but also a little bit like a little posh, a little European. Maybe possibly a little like Stewie from Family Guy. Yes. So how about, okay, normally I don't like look up a person, like if they buy something on eBay, especially these Pokemon cards, it's like whatever, you know. So but I saw this name, and it was a name of someone I went to like elementary school with, but it was out of state. So I was like, what are the chances? No, it's not the same person. But I looked him up, and this man's a saint. He invented and does prosthetics for animals and pets. So like there's this picture on his like Facebook of a little corgi with a little fake leg. Oh my god, he's a saint. So I sent him, I put like a couple of freebies in there for him, because how could you not? I know, I miss you guys too. I want to start doing something consistently because I really do miss it. But you know what? You guys could, I hate to say it, but like if you go on TikTok, I could accept multiple people if you guys want to like join me. You know what I mean? And you don't have to show your face. You could leave their camera off if you want to. So yeah, get a TikTok. That's your guys' homework. I'll give you a writing prompt. You know what else I do for my inmates? I give them relationship reflection like questions to bring up with their partners, like their wives, while, you know, when they talk on the phone, or like if they come to visit. So they have like fun, like kind of stuff to talk about. And that's really helpful, especially like the one guy said, he's like, sometimes I don't know what to talk about, like, because, you know, I'm here and she's there taking care of the kids. And so I gave him these little prep cards. Teacher. Do you want me to hold up the book, the Chanel book? What did she say? Oh my God. When she pronounced something wrong, she's like, do you think she didn't graduate high school? I want to talk to, she said she went to Elmhurst High School, right? Because she was saying something about being a cheerleading coach. I wonder if she even graduated high school. I'm not even joking. Gun violence. Yeah, highly traumatic. A little bit. You know, multiple. 8 times. He like showed me, he's like, yeah, just here. I'm like, oh, you're lucky to be alive. Yep, kind of traumatic. Yeah, that's trauma. Yeah, the one guy was like, yeah, my mom, she would have all these guys over all the time. I think she was a prostitute, and I never knew my real dad, but these guys would like beat me and stuff. That's trauma, huh? Yep, it is, sir. The Alchemist. You know what? I've never read that. My daughter has, because she's read everything, but is a traumatic brain injury traumatic? Absolutely. Physical trauma to your body is typically traumatic. When people say like, oh, it took so long to recover from my heart attack, well, that was traumatic and very scary. Yeah, TBI for sure. Oh, that's a joke. Did you say that's like, I'm gonna shove that in the archives. Wait, what did she say? Oh, when she says bergamo. Wait, what'd she say? Bergamo. I can't even say it. Bergam God, and ood or whatever. Bergamot. I can't even say it now. Like, whatever. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna have to go. My phone's about to die. Berg. Burger. Battering man. Battering. Battering. I had a guy, okay, so I was doing rounds in TPU, which is like the transitional, it's like the punishment area, like ADSEG almost, but they're allowed sometimes to have like activities if we give them, so I always give them homework. I always give them like some like cognitive behavioral stuff or like, trying to think like prompts or something, or like even like mindfulness stuff and anger management, whatever. So the one guy was like doing rounds, and the other counselor, I can't stand him, but he like doesn't listen to guys, and he'll spin them. So he'll like promise something and not follow through, and that's the worst thing you could do at prison, for real. But and do not even think twice about it. But the one guy was like, "Can you bring me some Sudokis?" And the other counselor was like, "What?" And he's like, "I want some Sudokis." And I was like, I think he wants a Sudoku puzzle. And so I brought him some. A Sudoku. Anyways, okay, on that note, say bye, Kevin. Say bye. Pretty little kitty. Where are you? Wait. Oh, kitty? Oh. Pretty little kitty. Ho, ho. Pretty little kitty. Ho, ho. And that's probably why Xavier can't be in the car with her. Sudoku. By the way, I'm on this like super fluff carpet that I got for like $12 or something at Ollie's. Big fan. Good stuff. Something cheap or something. But yes, dissertation. Listen, if we got any PhD perspectives out there, please, we will edit it for free for you. Sudoku. What's the other thing that she said that was so funny? Oh my God. Oh, was it the like, did she say fox instead of foe? Like a fox fur or something? Oh my God, I can't believe that. You think like Xavier's really done though? I think that taking music away was, yep. I think that was in part. I don't know. Loco. Is it Loco? No. LL Cool. It's not Loco. LL Cool J, who I love, by the way. Have you ever seen Silver Linings Playbook? Because that has like every possible mental health diagnoses, and I used to teach at YSU, Youngstown State, human behavior, and I used to show it because I wanted to have the students like try to decipher OCD versus just very superstitious, especially with football and stuff. You know what I mean? So like, I'm curious to see your thoughts. You should watch it for homework, especially because what's his name does a really good. I mean, Jennifer Lawrence is great too, but what's his name? Oh my God, it's gonna drive me nuts. The guy that was in with Lady Gaga in oh my God, I'm drawing a blank. Help me. Super hot. He was in A Star Is Born. He was also in Silver Linings Playbook. He was also in The Hangover. Oh my God. Help, you guys. Oh my God, it's gonna drive me crazy. A Star Is Born. Google it. My phone's gonna die. I have that sticker on my bag. It says, I don't know, Google it. Oh, but then my inmates can't Google, so. Okay, well, I'll see you guys later. No, not Jared Leto.